When you're looking for Whirlpool innovation and quality, who has the answers, the selection, the price? Ventura TV Appliance. With billions in nationwide appliance buying power, more than Home Depot and Best Buy combined, will help you save. Our low prices on Energy Star qualified Whirlpool appliances save you energy and money and pay no interest on select models when paid in full within 12 months. Ventura TV Appliance, serving you since 1951.
We're here. Hi, I'm John Mallows. Welcome to this edition of Connect with Me on the showroom floor at Ventura TV on this Friday before the Super Bowl. Speaking of which, we're talking about the Super Bowl today. It's Super Bowl 48. We've got two, I think, experts in the house today. 436 MeTV option 11. Remember, do not pick up the phone like this and then call in and have your TV up. Turn the TV down and then pick up the phone. Your phone calls are important. Weigh in on the Super Bowl. We're back in a moment. World of Sports segment. It is coming up on Sunday, Super Bowl 48. Are you all jazzed up? By the way, a memo to Fox Sports. The Super Bowl 48 is not being played in New York. It's being played across the river in New Jersey. MetLife Stadium. It's not New York, it's New Jersey. There is a difference, okay? So get it straight. Anyway, we make mistakes here too, each and every day. But I just wanted to point that out in case you didn't know it. Anyway, Super Bowl 48 coming up between Denver and Seattle. It should be a barn burner of a game if both quarterbacks have a great game. Hey, let's go to the videotape. Russell Wilson hasn't been in the league all that long, but boy, he sure beat the 49ers. He was, 2 years at Wisconsin, third-round pick. He had about 250-plus completions this year, more than 3,000 yards passing. By the way, he threw 26 touchdowns to boot. You know, his biggest claim to fame is he can roll to the right, he can roll to the left. He doesn't have to stay in the pocket, but he is a little bit more polished in the pocket than Colin Kaepernick, and I think that's why he's going to be in the Super Bowl on Sunday, and Colin is going to be on the sidelines watching. He can throw from the pocket, he can roll left, right, throw deep. His counterpart, well, he's probably on his way to the Hall of Fame. 13 years with the Colts, 2 years with the Denver Broncos, one Super Bowl, only one under his belt. However, what a year that Peyton Manning has had. More than 5,000 yards passing, 55 touchdowns, a new single-season record. His comfort zone is in the pocket. He does not like to roll. If you put pressure on Peyton Manning, oh my goodness, watch out. Anyway, live in our studio right now is Nick Papagni and Matt Johnson. They are here to dissect Super Bowl 48, if you will, and we will talk about the San Francisco Giants because our guy, Sergio Romo, was here in Fresno yesterday, the relief pitcher for the San Francisco Giants. 436 MeTV option 11. Do turn down the sound. Super Bowl 48 coming up on Sunday. Can't wait for that. We're back with our show. Hey, call in and weigh in on the big game. Back in a moment.
Now, why don't you tell us the whole story right from the beginning? All right, from the beginning. This is the city, Los Angeles, California. My name's Friday. I carry a badge. Police officers.
You any idea who the other man was?
My partner's Bill Gannon.
Program?
We got just one big question.
Yeah.
When?
Now on MeTV Fresno, Xfinity 187.
You want to see that monologue one more time? No, we're not going to do that. We're going to introduce Nick Papagni and Matt Johnson. How you guys doing?
Fantastic.
I feel great for a Friday before the Super Bowl.
You
I don't
were
know about
fired
you
up
guys.
Because that's the longest monologue I've ever seen in my life.
Is it
so
really?
You're ready to roll.
I'm ready. You want to see those highlights again?
Forgot what we were talking about. Hockey? What are we doing?
I don't know about this Manning versus Wilson. You've got to throw Sherman in there and a few other things. And the Seattle running back, what's his name?
What the beast
Lynch.
mode.
Yeah, the beast. Yeah, Lynch.
You know, Matt's got to tell you how. Explain it because I think it's a great story. How did Russell Wilson get the starting job for Pete Carroll? Because it's a great story.
How did he do it?
He won the job. He showed
Yeah.
up. There was only a few football players in the entire draft, specifically at quarterback, that possessed the kind of skill set that I think that Coach Pete Carroll needed in Seattle. No one else saw that in him coming out of the University of Wisconsin. But
How about the basketball?
But incidentally, he proved everyone wrong. You know, John. And the thing about it is, it's great when you can get certain draft picks, but when you can get a winner on a lower pick like that, that's something special.
You missed my whole story.
I know I did. I don't know where you're going with that.
They're playing basketball.
Might have want to set me up with that a little bit earlier before we came on.
Pete
I don't
Carroll
know.
said what? You were playing a little basketball?
That's right.
And?
That's right.
I'm trying to help him here.
Pete Carroll loves to play basketball. He obviously, everyone knows, in training camp he'll take always have a basketball hoop handy, and
I know.
And he took Russell Wilson out there to the basketball court, and they had a nice time together.
So Russell proved
and that's
himself.
where he announced.
Not on the football field, but on the
that's where
basketball
he announced.
court.
He said, "Hey, look, before you take your first shot, I want you to know you're my starting quarterback." He did it on the basketball court.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's what
what
my
I-
little sidekick
I
wanted
was
to get
trying
out.
to help him
I
out.
didn't think it was that good of a story.
I thought it was fantastic.
No,
you
it
know,
is, because there's insight to what's going on this Sunday.
right.
And not only that, he was a third-round pick. I mean, that's not a good. Well, Montana wasn't picked until what round? Lower round.
Joe Montana was, well, the big story is obviously Tom Brady, who was, I believe, a fifth-round draft pick.
Last pick in the
Montana
draft.
was way down
Yeah,
too.
Montana was a third-rounder.
Yeah, see, same thing. So
same deal.
Yeah.
No,
so you
and-
can never tell.
Peyton Manning got the starting job. He was bowling with his
Yeah,
coach back in the day, and then they saw him. He's a good.
No, but
just getting out there.
Here's a technical thing, though. See, I like Wilson because he can roll, and everybody expects him to roll
And
and
he's
roll
smart.
and run. But he's cool under pressure when he stays
very
in the pocket
cool.
too.
Very cool.
Notice that?
Yeah.
You
He's a
nailed-
winner.
Well, John, you nailed it in Nick's famous promo to this introduction to Nick and I. He stays in the pocket too now. Let's not forget that he's also
I
a
know.
very cool customer in the pocket. As you said, Colin Kaepernick has a tendency to take one receiver, look downfield, and then get out of the pocket. Russell Wilson has the ability to check to 1 to 2 and probably hit his check down receiver as good as anybody this age, early second year in the league. He's very good at that.
Yeah, Kaepernick panics. He just panics. If he doesn't see a guy wide open immediately, boom. hit the
49er
panic button.
fans, we hope that Kaepernick and the Niners are not the Buffalo Bills. That's all I'm going to say. I think we all need to. Do I need to say anything more than that?
Let me see.
They're
Buffalo
not.
went to
Okay.
the Super Bowl in case our
0 for 4.
0 for 4.
Yeah, that's
and did they
all-
go 3
yeah.
years in a row or 4 years in a row?
Was it 4 years?
It might have been. It was. I think it was 4 consecutive
In a
Super
row.
Bowls.
Yeah.
Your listeners and of course your audience could probably tell us differently. I think it was 4 in a row, John.
Yeah. Fran Tarkenton went
Well,
there
the Vikings
3
went
times
3 times. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Minnesota Vikings were
I
another.
think the 49ers could be the Vikings.
Don't say
a la
that.
Buffalo. I'm just sorry,
There's
Niner
one
fans.
big difference, Nick. They have 5 Super Bowl
Well,
rings.
I
6.
understand that. Can we talk about this, the present? Let's forget about the past there, 49er boy.
Well, if the officials and the rules were the way they used to be back when I played, I think the 49ers would have been in the Super Bowl.
Okay, well.
By the way.
They got a little team called the Seahawks now.
You know what? I think they haven't been in the Super Bowl with Kaepernick because of Kaepernick.
You need to stop that right now, John. Can I leave?
It's because of Kaepernick that they haven't been there and they haven't won it.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
No, you don't think
No,
that's true?
absolutely not.
Well, even
I
he
think-
admitted that he made the mistakes 2 weeks ago and lost the
Well,
game
he
for
did,
him.
but
He
if I
made
get
one
man
bad mistake,
coverage-
but he has 85% of the offense went towards him. It
Now,
wasn't
I-
for him running.
Yeah.
They
If
have
I
no
get man
chance.
coverage, Richard Sherman made
Yeah.
a great play to win it. But if anytime I line up and see single man coverage with one of my good outside receivers, I don't blame him. I'm taking the shot into the end zone. It's just unfortunate the way it turned out, but I think he made the right choice.
Well, he underthrew the ball. If it was 5 more feet, it's a touchdown.
All right, can we dissect Sunday's game? Who's
Why
going to
not?
win?
Why not?
Who's going to win?
Is that what we're going to talk about? Just going right
Yeah, I
out?
don't care about the Niners. They're not
Okay,
even in the Super Bowl.
I know everyone out there in TV land wants Peyton Manning to win because
This
he's
is
the darling.
MeTV, not TV
Me,
Land, but go
well,
ahead.
okay, MeTV, but Seattle Seahawks are going to win this game because of defense. Best offense
Think so?
against the best defense.
Not
You always
because of
take the
Lynch?
defense. Lynch is a beast.
Oh,
But
I know.
I think Peyton Manning has not seen a defense like this. I think I think the defense is going to be huge, and the weather could get ugly. Peyton Manning, and to beat the Seahawks, you got to move around like Cap did.
Yeah.
If Cap doesn't move around, the Niners might not get a first down.
Yeah, well, you
So-
know Peyton's not going to move around.
No, he doesn't need to. He's a pocket passer. He's going to get rid of the ball quickly.
Statistically speaking, numbers don't lie. 90% of the time, the numbers favor the Seahawks for 2 vital reasons. Ball possession, time of possession. They like to pound the football. And the turnover margin, the Seattle Seahawks were number 1 in the entire NFL in that. And also the fact that their brand of football limits the ability for the Broncos, in my opinion, to get a lot of chances for Peyton Manning.
The other big
certainly
key guys,
Peyton Manning is the key factor
right,
with the great receivers he has, the weapons, Noshawn Marino, the running back. He has the offense, but I think that Nick is absolutely right. I like the Seahawks because I like defense.
Well, Matt, let me ask you, because I think the key is going to be the referees. If they let the defensive backs play, Broncos are in trouble. If you see a lot of defensive holding, 5-yard penalty and a first down, then the Seahawks could be in trouble.
You're right. I agree.
Okay, we got to take a break. And as we go to break, I'm going to toss it to a video of years past. It was Super Bowl III. Joe Namath, Broadway Joe, guaranteeing the win over the Baltimore Colts. Let's go to the videotape and hear it, and then go to commercial. Back in a few minutes.
Joe Namath used Beverly's interception as the springboard for a brilliantly executed 80-yard touchdown drive. On 3 successive running plays, Namath sent Matt Snell into the spongy right side of the Colt defense. With Baltimore properly concerned with the jet running attack, Namath went to the air. He first threw to Bill Mathis on an outlet pass for 6 yards. He then connected with split end George Sauer twice, once for 14 yards, and again for 11. Namath's 4th completion, a flare into Snell, moved the Jets to the Colts' 9. From there, Namath went back to the run, and Snell carried twice, scoring the 2nd time from 4 yards out over the sagging right side of the Colt line. The touchdown was vital to the Jets, for it proved that they could move the ball against the powerful Colt defense.
Frigidaire. We introduced the first home freezer, the first pulsator agitator washer, and now we introduce the Frigidaire Orbit Clean dishwasher, designed with a unique wash arm that gives you 4 times more water coverage for a consistently better clean. Frigidaire, over 90 years of legendary innovation.
See the full line of Frigidaire appliances at Ventura TV Electronics and Appliances.
Oh, boy, that brings back memories. 1969, Broadway Joe guaranteeing that win. You guys remember that, don't you?
I do. I was 22 years old at the time. Great Super Bowl.
I wasn't even born yet.
He got it done.
Yeah. Isn't that weird? Joe Willie, that was my nickname back in the day, Joe Willie. I had to have white shoes.
You were
because of Joe Willie.
When you were playing, weren't you?
I was
pretty good.
I was 3rd team all neighborhood. That's what I was. Yeah.
He had a choice coming out of high school.
Here we
Fresno
go.
City College, Notre Dame. City College, Notre Dame. He liked City College.
Yeah.
I could never figure that one out.
I felt like they had better. I liked the library better. You know, that was my thing. Yeah, I didn't want to. It's too cold.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to go to South Bend.
We mentioned the Raiders, and John almost fell out of the chair. Listen, Raider fans. Hey, Raider fans. Let's make it simple. You have the worst organization in professional sports. Enough said.
Yeah, I know, but
we need to go on.
Okay, it may be.
Someone will call in on that one.
And deny that they haven't gotten hosed by the league or the officials the last 50 years?
They should. Walt Davis was a crook. Come on.
Oh my God. What about Eddie DeBartolo Jr.?
He's a bigger crook.
He's out of football.
This is why they have the salary cap.
I mean, Davis is dead. That's why he's out of football.
No, they have the salary cap.
DeBartolo's still alive and out of football.
Eddie messed up the whole.
Back in that AFC Championship game against the New England Patriots.
Yes. Well, that was the
worst call in the history of football.
Ever.
I think they invented the call on the fly.
Just to hose the Raiders.
Just to hose the
Raiders. Well, they make so many rules. Remember Stabler and that little fake pass with Casper?
Oh, okay, that little roller?
Yeah, that wasn't a forward pass or anything. So, there's a lot of rules, and that's just what happens.
Do you need another cup of coffee? Or I've never seen you like this in all of our time on radio together.
We only have 10 minutes.
Like this, though.
He's at his best.
We had a 25-minute opening monologue. We only get 8 minutes in this thing. Let's go.
Let's get it on.
436 MeTV if you want to weigh in on the Super Bowl. And so how's Peyton going to do, in your opinion?
Peyton's going to do fabulous. There is no better manager of football
Isn't it fun to watch?
than Peyton Manning.
I know.
And
Omaha.
Well, listen to Trent Dilfer this morning. Trent Dilfer, kind of explained all those calls you're talking about, how he has the ability at any minute to change the snap count, change the play, change the formation, change the coaching staff, make changes up in the press box. He can do anything he wants at any time. As Nick always said, which I'll let him take this one over, but is there, the offensive coordinator is Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
How much salary is the real offensive coordinator the Broncos demand with that team? What's he get paid? About $1,000 a month?
Yeah, you don't even need.
Why pay the offensive coordinator? You don't need that position.
Yeah, he's sitting in the booth. Just picture a guy named, I don't know, Gary Campbell. So whatever it is. Okay, he's up in the booth. He has the play, gives it to Peyton Manning, and then all of a sudden it changes. He's like, hey, I just gave the play to Peyton. He changed it again.
Yeah. Should I blow this call off or take it?
No, I like it.
No, take the call.
All right. You're on the air with Connect With Me and our two guests. What's your question?
Oh, yeah, I was just wondering. I just tuned in. Did they say who they thought was going to win the Super Bowl? I didn't catch that.
Yes, the 49ers. We established that early.
Yeah, I got another question. What do you guys think about the Pittsburgh Steelers?
I like the Steelers. One of my kids that I coached at Edison High School, Robert Golden, is a safety, backup safety. We love the Steelers. They're the black and gold. Of course I like Steelers.
Yeah, we were talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers could be the greatest sports franchise because they win every year. They're always in the running.
I thought the Cardinals
Well, I'm just talking for winning-wise. The Yankees went in the 70s where they didn't win. The Steelers have been the most consistent team there is.
But keep watching. We'll give you our Super Bowl picks here in a minute if time allows. But, yeah, that's do you have anything else for us?
Any other questions?
How do you like my guy next to me here in his orange jumpsuit?
Let me ask you, who's going to win the Super Bowl? Who's going to win?
I would like to see Seattle win the Super Bowl.
Oh.
There you go.
Well, it's probably a Niner hater.
Yeah, he obviously understands.
If you're a Steelers fan, you don't want to see the Niners or the Cowboys go to the Super Bowl. You don't want them to get sick.
There you go. Hey. That's exactly right. And
there you go.
And all the Niner fans are rooting against the Steelers when they're in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Hey, so I heard Joe Montana on the. Hey, thanks for calling. I heard Montana on the radio this morning, and he was saying exactly what you guys are saying about Peyton Manning. Is that you really don't need an offensive coordinator because no matter what play you call, he's going to change it at the line.
Yeah.
I said that little tongue-in-cheek, but let's be honest. Nick brought it to my attention, but in reality, if you're trying to save money in the organization, why pay a salary to the offensive coordinator?
Another call. Good morning. You're on. What's your question?
Good morning, John. Another good program. What do your guests think of Tom Brady?
I think Tom Brady's one of the greatest quarterbacks we've ever had.
Boo.
Well, I'm sorry, but look what he's done. He was the last pick in the draft. Okay.
Isn't he a crybaby?
He runs a 5.5 40.
He's a whiner along with all the rest of the Patriots and their coach too.
They just
well, you know
Tom Brady is one of the best quarterbacks ever. I'm telling you what he's done.
I think I would have to agree with that. And furthermore, I think he truly is an ambassador to the NFL. The looks, the charisma. He doesn't talk a lot negative on his opponent. He does it the right way. Tom Brady's all class. I agree. He obviously will go down in the history as one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
Well, a lot of people.
He certainly will.
What's that?
She agrees.
Tom Brady certainly will. He is a class act.
He really is. Yeah. He's married to a model.
Oh, yes. But next to Tom Brady comes John.
That's right. Our floor director, Lauren, said that Brady cheated on his wife.
So did Peyton Manning, so I'm sure he did too.
That's awful.
Well, I didn't bring it up. Our floor director did. Don't blame me.
That's what.
Maybe she's cheating on Tom. We don't know.
I mean, we don't know that.
No.
We don't know. All I know is he's on the field. This is what we got to look at. On the field, he's one of the best of all time. We don't know what he is on. Maybe he beats his dog. We don't know what he does when he's on. We don't know. Maybe he's mean to his neighbors.
You're a very sweet lady. Thank you for the call. I appreciate it very much. And by the way, Bill Belichick, a little note to you. Go ahead and send cameras out to whatever camp you want so you can spy on them and cheat.
What's wrong with that's the other thing.
We're back in a moment, guys.
I don't understand. What's wrong with that?
Remember me?
After practicing law, Raymond Berg fought crime.
You have the right to an attorney.
As a hard-boiled detective on wheels.
Ain't it the truth?
His name is Ironside.
Perhaps you wouldn't mind saying it again.
His name is Ironside.
All right, now you've said it.
Nothing slows him down.
I want to see this one firsthand.
Now on MeTV Fresno, Xfinity 187.
What are we waiting for?
Okay, we're having too much fun here today. I know. So, I want to talk a little bit about baseball too. I mean, we talked about the Super Bowl. We had a guy like Sergio Romo in town yesterday at Fresno City College. Let's roll the videotape and take a look at Sergio in action, talking to a bunch of people at the old auditorium there on the campus of Fresno City College. Hey, there's the man right there. He had 38 saves with the San Francisco Giants last year. Not bad, considering the Giants only won 73 games. He won 38 of them, or saved 38 of them anyway. He is in the last year, by the way, of his 2-year deal that will pay him $9 million. He'll get a little bit over $5 million this year. He's coming off a pretty impressive year, I think. And, he talked about the 2014 Giants and what kind of year they may or may not have. Here's Sergio Romo.
Well, I mean, you look at the pattern we got going on, it seems to be our year. One of those things where baseball is an unbelievable sport because you never know what's going to happen next. All the off-season acquisitions that other teams have made, even ourselves, the same faces in different places, so to speak. It's going to be a very, very fun year, and I like our chances, with Morse coming in, Hudson helping us out. I think we're going to be all right.
Can you comment on the pitching rotation?
Wow, our rotation, I tell you what, it has the respect that it has for a reason. That's prior to adding a guy like Hudson. I mean, you look at what Kane, Bumgarner, Linscomb, and Vogelsong have done for us, let alone for themselves in their career. I mean, it's just one of those things where they garner that respect. Hudson just kind of adds another element in terms of a little veteran leadership, a little been there, done that type of guy. And from what I hear, he's just going to help us out in the clubhouse as well. So I think our rotation is going to be solid. I really see our rotation being one of our strong points this year.
Sergio Romo of the Giants. What do you think, guys?
Well, I think it's I can't talk baseball until Sunday at about 6:30 when the Super Bowl's over. Then it's baseball season.
Break your silence here.
All I know is I think the earring. All the parents have brought the kids in and going, "Hey, Dad, look at his earrings. Let's get some." Thanks, Sergio.
Oh my. Okay, Matt, weigh in on this guy.
I like Sergio Romo. He's a Cardinals fan. I love the Giants.
Yeah.
Hey, he's okay with the earring. He does got a lot. That looks a little bit of the ivory or something in there. That wasn't just your standard earring.
Well, you're going to get one more look at him because he was asked about Pablo Sandoval, who supposedly lost 40 pounds in the past few months. Here's Sergio Romo on Pablo and losing his weight.
What'd you do? No. It's when I probably just gonna drop. My mouth might drop to the ground from this, the little hints that we've gotten from his appearance. Guys that I've spoken to that have seen him recently, they've said the same thing. Like, wow, like he looks good. So it's exciting to see a guy, him, especially a guy of his caliber, come in and be ready. This is a big year for us, and he's looking to be a key factor and a key component to our success. So it's exciting to see.
What do you think was going on with that young lady in the back there? That's what I want.
Well, I think that's Leanne Rimes' sister, and she's probably dating him right now. Good for her.
Hey, so you want to see a picture before and after? Here's a picture of Pablo Sandoval, a panda. Watch this.
Where we look
Put that up. Look at that. The left is on before, and supposedly that's a trimmed down Pablo on the right.
Well, I think what he's got to start learning is, I think during the year, the white flesh peach has been popular. He thinks baseball is a white flesh peach, and he's eating them. So maybe he won't eat them anymore.
Why?
So I don't know. We'll just have
Any
to see.
comment about that? Or?
I have no comment. I'm having a heck of a time.
The Giants need to hire a bodyguard to make sure that Panda doesn't drive through Taco Bell after each game.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Anyway, I want to put up the Giants starting lineup. If it were to start today, I'm talking about the season. Look at that. You got Michael Morse, who they just acquired, full-time left fielder. Pagan, Pence, Sandoval, Crawford, of course, Belt, Buster Posey. And then the Giants starting rotation would look like this. There's our boy Matt Cain. You like that? Bumgarner, Vogelsong, who was hurt last year. Tim Hudson, the new acquisition, of course, signed a 2-year deal worth $23 million. And, of course, Tim Lincecum. I don't get this. They signed this guy for 2 years for $35 million. What?
He's good.
What?
To get in the bullpen.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Look at those big-time salaries up there. And I didn't put Lincecum's up there, but look at that. Posey, Kane, Pence, Pagan, Hudson. You know, if they sign Sandoval and Bell, they'll be well over the $400 million mark for big-time guaranteed salaries, and that doesn't even include Lincecum. You're approaching $500 million.
Giants are making a lot of money to sign
That's
guys like that.
exactly right. Everyone looks at numbers, but someone's paying those numbers. They're obviously doing very well in that organization.
Let me make it simple for the Giant
Are you
fans
sure
out
we're
there.
not talking about the Yankees here? Or?
Let me just make it perfectly, and I know you're a semi-Giant fan, right? Because you're an A's guy. Giants have no chance of winning the division. They're going to lose.
What?
10 to 15. The Dodgers will run away with it. They'll win it by 10 to 15 games. You got to think wild card right now.
What's a Dodgers payroll?
They're making money.
Is
Again,
it more than
doesn't
$500
matter.
million?
Just like the Yankees. If their payroll is 180, they're making $800 million. Big deal. They're putting money back in for the fans. That's what the key is.
That is a
But the
lot
Giants
of
have no
money.
chance. The Dodgers are just too strong. They're going to run away with it. So the Giants got to think wild card right now.
I hope not. I hope you're wrong.
I'm
Because
not
I'm not
wrong.
a Dodger fan.
John,
What's
the PAG meter's not wrong. Right? Matt is learned.
I need Matt to weigh in on this National League West thing.
I have a tendency to agree with Nick when he goes into the baseball mode. He knows a lot about baseball. I know a little bit about baseball, but I know one thing. He's right. The Dodgers didn't throw all that money out there for no reason.
Because they
They're
have a
starting
big
to get
payroll.
it right.
Look, well, the Yankees don't win every year just because they have a big
Well, the
payroll.
Red Sox do, and they're almost equal to the payroll. So the teams that spend the money, if you really look, once again, statistical information, facts on paper, the teams that spend the money are doing most of the winning.
How do you explain Oakland winning then?
That's the greatest story of all time.
Of all time.
And I'm still waiting for them to get over the hump, but certainly they make a reasonable argument that you can get to a certain level, but to win the big show, to get to the series, you've got to pay the money.
Can we bulldoze the Coliseum?
Sure.
That's the worst stadium ever.
Oh, yeah, I agree. Give me 5 on
Yeah,
that.
I mean, really.
Let's get rid of that
If you get a
place.
front row seat at the Oakland Coliseum, you're literally about, 200 yards away from first base. Who came up with that idea? Let's put it far away from the field as we possibly can.
Nick, the place was built in 1966.
Well,
What do you expect,
Let's
man?
go get a tractor and bulldozer.
Hey,
That
but
was
on
the-
the topic of stadiums, though, Nick, did you get the news that the owner of the St. Louis Rams purchased 60 acres of prime real estate in Inglewood behind the racetrack?
Really?
Yeah, with thoughts of obviously building
Here's
a
what's
state,
going to
bringing
happen
football
well.
back to Los
The
Angeles.
Rams and the Chargers will be playing there. That's what's going to happen because L.A. is the biggest TV. Well, you know, you're Mr. TV.
I know.
And there's not an NFL team in there.
I'm Mr. Monologue.
Okay, you're Mr. Monologue. Chargers and the Rams. Watch them to take over that new stadium. Chargers will be moving to L.A. as well.
Did Carol Rosenblum really drown, or did somebody kill him?
Well, Nick
That's
was
what
there.
I want to know.
I've
been asking that question all week.
Yes. Yes.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I was
what?
not aware that he had passed away. I thought he was still the owner of the Rams. With Carol Rosenblum.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
When did this happen?
Yeah. Natalie Wood pushed
I
them
had
in.
no idea.
Okay. That's what happened. It's a little story. We'll talk about it on Facebook.
Oh, my gosh almighty. Okay, we got a minute left. Who's going to win Sunday's game?
I'm going Denver Broncos.
I'm
as
going
much
Seattle.
as the information spits into the computer and says says Seattle Seahawks, I'm picking the Denver Broncos.
I want Denver to win, but Seattle's going to win the game.
You want Denver to win.
Well,
but
I like
Seattle's
Peyton
going to win
Manning.
because of their defense and March and
I
Lynch.
think the X factor is going to be Russell Wilson. If he has a good game, they win. If he doesn't, Denver wins. It's pretty simple.
I think if they put pressure on Manning,
They don't need to put pressure on Manning. They rush 4. They drop 7 in coverage. That's what's going to happen. Their front 4 is so good. You don't need to be bringing blitzes. That's what I love.
And I like I like the Broncos obviously because I want Peyton Manning to cement his place in history.
He's another one
as
of
the
best
greatest
of all time.
But the information does spell Seahawks, but I'm going with Broncos.
Guys, very entertaining show.
All right.
We broke some ground today because breaking news: LA's getting another football team, right? According
Soon.
to you.
Well,
Yeah.
it looks that way.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, we broke some news here today on Connect with Me.
Yeah.
That's going to do it for us. So we're back Monday on Connect with Me on MeTV Fresno. Rick Bentley of the Fresno Bee will be here. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the game. See you then.
Tonight I want to discuss the importance of the television medium to the American people.
This black and white patrol car has an overhead valve V8 engine. It develops 325 horsepower at 4,800 RPMs. It accelerates from 0 to 60 in 7 seconds. It has a top speed of 120 miles an hour. The automobile has 2 shotgun racks, one attached to the bottom portion of the front seat, one in the vehicle trunk.
You want me to drive?
Now on MeTV Fresno, Xfinity 187.